Hi, welcome to this squeaky, short Q&A session. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate this, comrade. Let's dive into it. Little tiny disclaimer though. I haven't read through the questions. I gave them a little skim. So we shall be just raw dogging this topic per usual. Shall we? Nasty Valley 5609 wonders, why isn't Bor JTJ your favorite dish? Why, I would assume borscht isn't my favorite dish. Because I like steak a lot. Next one. What do you miss most about Russia now that you live in Canada? And which winter is harder? At this point, good question. Thank you, by the way. So yeah, it's been over 5 years since I left my motherland. And I cannot say I particularly miss it. Some culinary advancements though. For instance, sour cream, which is 25% fat over there. And it doesn't taste like this, whatever you call it, sour cream that you can buy here. It goes up to 14%. So yeah, it's just different, and it's made of actual cream, not from potato starch, milk products, and emulsifiers. Yeah, we like it real out there. And of course, salmon roe, abundant and fairly cheap, and way tastier than Atlantic one I tried here. Yeah, I miss the food. Who would have thought? Okay, and when it comes to wintertime, back where I lived in eastern Siberia, if it's cold, it's cold. And if it's hot, you're not gonna have a hailstorm in the middle of the summer. You're just gonna have a summer for whatever period it lasts. So, here in the prairies, the weather is pretty much bipolar, inconsistent. Other muddy, slushy, half-ass, whatever that is. Other, it's a heat wave or a deep freeze. So I prefer Siberian weather over Canadian weather. I hope it tells something about Canada. Yeah, I would very much like more consistency, predictability, and more solid time frame on when to switch your tires if you happen to have summer and winter set, not the all seasons. Thank you. Tissel, Vio, Silence, 6158. Great question. Alright, Imagination Escape ASMR. Hi, colleague. Good to see you here. You definitely deserve all those subscribers and much more. I love your videos, thank you. My questions are, do you have a favorite accent that you enjoy listening to in ASMR? Also, what inspired you to start making ASMR videos? Another great one. Thank you. Accents. Well, as a Russian native speaker, I don't feel entitled to my Russian accent. And it's not that easy to stick to. It just feels silly, but it's still entertaining. So I deliver. But when it comes to listening, who am I kidding? That would be British people. For some odd reason, they just project, irradiate class, this intricacy, enunciation, yet smoothness. British. Indeed. And what inspired you to start making ASMR videos? Well, it's been a while since I've started to enjoy this kind of content. And when I came to Canada and found myself locked in with, like, pretty much all of us, and you do need to find something to do. It's like, I was enjoying this for a few years at that point, and I was like, okay, maybe I should try to stand in front of the camera and do something someone might like. But I have considered oversaturated market, which probably since became even more saturated. And it helps to stick with authenticity, to showcase your character as opposed to play a character. Well, my background is not acting. It's another trade. But it was one of those things that, oh, it looks like I can do this. And it turns out that's your Canadian accent right there. I was able to, with, well, judging by this great number, 10K. Pretty successful. I'm very happy. You don't even meet 10,000 people in your life sometimes, but yet it's way over that now. But yet they came here and they pressed the button. Just mind-blowing. Even more mind-blowing when it comes to tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions. Probably feels the same though, so I appreciate this stage. Let's move on. Akina 26. Any particular music you enjoy? Bands, artists, etc. Thank you. Oh yeah. I made a whole rant about me going to Tool shows last year or the year before that, collecting some memorabilia. I recently went to see one of the other 90s post-grunge bands. Good rock music, some classic jazz, and some classics. Of course, dance music, some EDM. It's worthwhile to share a Spotify playlist. But one thing I know, I do enjoy the people who have devoted their lives to study music and then make music. Because when you hear someone sing who is actually a professional singer, you can, in most cases, tell that they know what they're doing. Well, sometimes there is such a talent that formal education is not necessary, but even in that case, it polishes it and let it shine their true colors. Yeah, needless to say, I'm a big supporter of education, even in arts. Oh, ranting. Well, this is what we're here for, to rant and listen and hopefully doze away. Get your mind back into the flow. Let yourself relax. It's just all a ramble. Let's continue. A nostalgic meal. Are you happy with presenting the character you built for the channel? Or do you prefer to be more authentic? Favorite music artist? Repetition is the key to success. A nostalgic meal. Vanilla cone ice cream from Soviet Union. The one with little piece of paper on top, not in a plastic packaging. I'm not sure if they still make them. Haven't seen those here in Canada. Are you happy with presenting the character you built? Overall happy? I think so. Could be more sassy, definitely. Could be extra Russian. Yeah, 75% happy. But then you add this remark of being more authentic. which I've just touched. This part of me is there. I just crank it up. And I cannot call this unauthentic. It's not made of thin air. It's in me. So now I'll stick to authenticity for as long as I can. That's the way to be. Another one. Big Bows 4178 asks, what's a hairstyle look you always wanted to do but never had the courage? Her opportunity. This one, like Amelie type of thing, baby bangs, very questionable, but I should probably purchase a wig like that. Dream job while growing up. I wanted to be an artist, to paint, but now it's just a hobby. Cringiest thing you've ever done and still think about it. Could be something funny. Cringe. Cringiest thing I've ever done. You got me here. Good job. Let's think. Questions like that, they do tend to bring out a lot of shame, because this is what cringe essentially is. But all I can think of is engaging with some questionable boyfriends, which were definitely not worth the time or effort. Well, back in my early 20s. Okay. Which song is your currently favorite? Why you ask me those difficult questions? Thank you so much. Big Boss 4178. That would be Machine Head by Bush. I have recently discovered this one. Great driving music. Next one. Go Hassan Homaru 8400. Cannot wait to see you reach 10k. Love your ASMR with videos, thank you. Please consider playing male characters sometimes, because in the previous 2 short videos you wear a blazer and a hat. You look like a really good looking guy. Please consider making some for the girls, because otherwise most of your videos in which you play the attractive girl appeal to hopeless guys like me. I don't have any questions. I'm just what you started uploading. I'm just happy that you started uploading again. Wishing you well. Cheers. This is emotional message. Hopeless. There's always a hope. If there's no hope, you know. So yeah, exaggerating my masculine energy. I practice this thing a lot in my real life, not the imaginary life I have here. So being able to take responsibility, to be accountable, to take care of things. I prefer to exercise those things to maintain my life quality. And here, since 96% of the audience tends to be guys, well, it's a perpetuating cycle of catering to the audience. I don't think I'm a girly girl for the most part. So I guess I would answer no to this one. But this comment had some. Akina26 answered, I'd advise against telling a woman they look like an attractive guy. I mean, compliment is a compliment, even the backhanded one, right? Drama in the comments. Love it. But no, I am absolutely unfazed by this remark. Okay, she says, I have seen people portray the opposite genders in movies, cosplay, and even other ASMR videos, so it's not something new. Well, you're right here. I know saying a woman looks like a guy can sound weird and may offend some people, but it's just my honest opinion, and I believe the internet is one of the few places where you can express your opinions really to a point, right? So I would say, let people speak their mind. And not to worry. Do not worry. I wouldn't say something even half as weird and objectionable in the real world. Have a great day. Good. You hold yourself accountable for the things you say in real life. Real life. Metaverse. Thank you for engaging in this little discussion. When I'm thinking about male characters, I'm really not sure who I should embody if I am to. It strikes me with this female superhero stuff, which tends to be cringy in very many cases, as opposed to inspiring or whatnot. Okay, that was a fun little session of reading those comments, and thank you for taking the time to write them. I really appreciate you, and I hope this little ramble helped you tonight, helps you unwind and relax. It's time to dream on, comrade. Good night.